Sports Gambling Podcast. Ooh, the NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Kalshi, making real money predicting sports. Kalshi is available in all 50 states, and you get $20 free with promo code SGPN. That's Kalshi, promo code SGPN. Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of the NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No, me, no the voice, no guys, me, really wrong for the wrong Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. And 'twas the night before All-Star Weekend, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Got nothing else for you. That's it. Scott Studio Reichel, it's All-Star Weekend, and the yearly All-Star Weekend bets do go on. I mean, these just constantly get bigger and bigger. I remember when, at one point, it was only offshore books that were carrying these lines, but now some of the regular sports books have entertained the thought of fun All-Star Weekend play. So we're here to break it down for the people. Scott Studio Reichel. Scott, what's going on?
Scotty, beat me up.
Surprise.
Yeah, happy to be back. I will point out that even though we have gotten a few more lines in regular sports books, for convenience, I think we're just going to use offshore lines for this episode. It's just a lot easier to just scroll through. So either way, point is we're going to cover all the main events. Should be fun. For the actual All-Star Weekend, the older I get, the less I care. But you can gamble on it, so I'm once again incentivized to care. But I remember when All-Star Weekend used to mean something. And it feels like it really doesn't mean anything anymore. And it's kind of a shame. But not to try to be too much of a downer, but I don't know. I feel like it used to just be better when we were growing up. And I don't think that really anybody cares. We're gonna bet on it. So once again, should be fun.
Yeah, it really should be fun. I mean,
I'm gonna ask, like, if you didn't have money on it, would you care?
no, I probably wouldn't.
Did you
But
used to care when you were like in high school?
I think I probably cared more, probably just because of like the youth of it all. But
Yeah.
no, not really.
Gambling is the only reason why I care about this weekend, because I just don't think it's that great. But it's fine. Once again, you get to see some young players, especially on Friday night in the Rising Stars. Slam dunk contest, you have a bunch of young guys. We'll see how that goes this year. The main attraction, of course, nowadays is the three-point contest. So that should be pretty fun. But for the most part, once again, it's a pretty lackluster weekend. And it'll be more entertaining if you bet on it. So
I am more interested in Unrivaled's one-on-one tournament than I am anything in All-Star Weekend.
If the NBA had a one-on-one tournament, I would watch it.
Yeah.
They don't, but I would watch it.
Unrivaled's tournament's been fun.
Yeah. I saw Burton. Didn't she like shut somebody out?
Oh, 11-0 Courtney
It was
Williams.
11-0?
Yeah, 11-0 Courtney Williams. Aaliyah Edwards and Dominique Malonga had a war. That was fun to watch. Paige Beckers was Paige Beckers. Like it, I've gotten more joy out of, what is this? The past year two. This is the second year they did it. I've gotten more enjoyment watching the 2 years of their one-on-one tournament than I have All-Star Weekend for about the past 10. So
Yep.
there's that. Let's get into it though. We've got a number of things. We'll talk about the Rising Stars Challenge, 3-point challenge, dunk contest, All-Star MVP, all of that. But first, I got to make sure everybody knows the Daytona 500 is also this weekend. So make sure you and the NASCAR Gambling Podcast crew turn up for it. They're giving away $100 cash and $100 SGPN gift card. They're giving away $100 cash and $100 SGPN gift card. Enter for free over there at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Daytona. That is sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Daytona. All right, let's look into this Rising Stars Challenge. Like you said, odds vary we're looking at. I see. So yeah, because I'm looking at two spots right now, and one spot has Team Mello plus 100. Another spot has Team Mello at plus 230. Scott. So these are all over the spots. Mello even money. Team Mac plus 230. Team Vince plus 330. Team Austin plus 900. It's really important to go and look at these teams because there's a lot of things have changed. A lot of injuries going on around the league. Cooper Flag, I believe, is not playing anymore. He was on Team Mello. Team Mello originally consisted of Stephon Castle, Donovan Clingan, Jeremiah Fears, Cooper Flag, Dylan Harper, Colin Murray Boyles, and Reed Shepard. Wow, that actually
It's
sounds
a
like a
squad, but
yeah.
Flag
They gave
unfortunately
Mello
out.
a team.
So
Flag's gonna be out. I think Colin Murray Boyles is playing.
I don't see any news about him, so I'm assuming he'll play.
And then Team Vince Carter, you've got Buzelis, Cedric Coward, Igor Denham, VJ Edgecombe, Keyshawn George, Derek Queen, Jalen Wells. Let's see here. Team Mac, you've got Trey Johnson, Con Knipple, AJ Mitchell. Alexander Sarr is out. That
And
just
so is
came
Mitchell.
down an hour. Yeah, Mitchell is too. So that just came down an hour ago about Sarr. So a couple of spots opening up on that squad. Cam Spencer, Jalen Tyson, Khalil Ware. And then Team Austin Rivers. They gave him the G Leaguers. Sean East the second, Ron Harper Jr., David Jones Garcia is out for the rest of the year, so they're gonna have to rework that. Yang Hansen, Tristan Newton, Elijah Marshall, and then somebody's name who's just way too long, and I'm not gonna try to butcher this, but
Clippers backup.
yeah,
I just call him Yannick.
Yannick, good pick. So, well, one Team Rivers is dead last on all books for very obvious reasons. After this, it's really a toss up. Like I mean, I'm looking at multiple books here. You see, Team Mello is a favorite, Team T Mac is a favorite, probably because of the injury news. I feel like we've been pretty all right in this category, Scott.
I think we've been fine. The one thing I have noticed though over the years in this competition, the favorite rarely, if ever, wins.
Yeah,
Like you
they
usually
always
get an
they
upset
always get
immediately.
upset.
Yeah, there's always something going on. The G League gets no respect, but they try more. And then once the NBA team realizes, are we about to lose to this G League team? It's already
It's
too
too
late.
late. Yeah,
It's
it's
already
too
too late.
late.
That's usually
Uh,
how it goes.
what
So
was it last year, or was it the year before, where the G Leaguers almost made it? Or it had to be last year
that's
because I think
last year.
that's
They
when they
made it to the
started.
final and they lost.
Yeah, and it were one game away from playing an All Star in the All
Yeah.
Star game. How crazy would that have been?
I want to say they got buried in the final, but the point is they upset, I believe, the one seed at the time, and everyone was shocked that happened. I think it was Wemby's team. I think they beat Wemby's team in the semis.
My
But
concern, because I really want to get behind Team Vince here, but my concern is Derek Queen inside the paint and the fact of everybody's already not playing defense. So I can just imagine somebody that doesn't already play
yeah,
defense not playing defense.
that's how I felt too.
But like I'm very, very because I'm thinking like, okay, they have the playmaking in Derek Queen's offense that I really do like. I can just imagine what Queen setting up Buzelis and Edgecombe to get a head full of steam and get into the rack, what that looks like. Uh Coward's been solid this year. Denham, like all those guys have been solid. Very, very interested in Team Vince here, but uh if we just go ahead and say I think even though the favorite is different on multiple books, that we feel pretty good about Team Mello being ahead of
Yeah.
everybody else. Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper,
For the
Jeremiah
record,
Fears been
if
good.
Flag was playing, this would be a no-brainer, and we would be done with this in about 2 minutes
Hmm.
because that team is just absurdly good. If Flag
Hmm.
would be playing, but with him not playing, you'd argue maybe for the same reasons you mentioned about Queen. You could argue Klingon maybe is going to struggle in this type of open environment. We'll see how that goes, but I mean, I think that Team Mello should be the favorite. I'll put it this way: I think even money is more accurate than plus 230. I think
Yeah.
230 is just wrong. I think for value alone, Team Melo should be the favorite. I would probably meet in the middle. I'd probably have plus 130 if I had to price it myself. Maybe not fully in the middle, but I think Team Melo should be favored. 230 is a great price. So I'll agree with you there because I know that's where we're going. I'll take that value at 230.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a spin with the G Leaguers.
Oh.
I see 9-1. Do you see a better price than 9-1? Because I see 9
No,
to
I
1.
don't. I have no faith in Austin River. Any Austin Rivers led team. Sorry.
That's fine. I'm not sure if Melo can coach either, so we're gonna see how that goes. But the point is, I think 9-1's a big price. I think you could argue in such a really, really difficult event to predict based on effort, etc.
Mhm.
We know the G Leaguers tend to care more. I think 9-1's just too big. I think if you want to argue that they should be closer to the 6-1 range, I wouldn't argue with you. I think that they should be the longest shot. But basically 3 times the odds as the third place team, I think is a little bit much. So I'll just go for value. I'll back the G League team that might care. Team Melo really should win this based on talent. But I do think 9-1 in basically an exhibition, who cares more type of competition. I'll take a spin with the long shot. So give me the 230 on Melo. Give me the 9-1 on all.
If we dive a little bit deeper into this, it starts off with the G Leaguers versus Team Mello. G Leaguers are catching 4.5. And then it's Team Mac versus Team Vince. Team Vince is catching 2.5. Yeah, I'm on Team Vince, man. You're telling me they're catching 2.5 in the first game, so they're already underestimated in the first game. And I think that they arguably could be better than Team Mac. The only question is defensively. Offensively, I think this team's got it. Is the fact of when this starts to become a little bit of a game and they start to take this serious a little bit, what on the defensive side of the ball they're gonna have to do. But like if we just say this is some random offensive explosion, whoa, hold on.
Yeah, I think that it might be. I mean, we'll see
If
how it
it's
goes, but usually it's an open game, and then you get to 10 points from the target score basically, and
uh-huh.
then both teams try. So I'll see how that goes. But I do think on paper, I think Team T Mac is better than Team Vince personally.
Mm.
If I just had to break it down, I think you could argue Knipple might be the best player in this competition. Now that flag is out, you make the argument. Trey Johnson's been good for Washington. I like Khalil Ware, especially defensively. I think when it comes to rim protection, he can definitely do a good job. Tyson, I think, is a solid rebounding guard who I think can help out. Of course, if Sar was playing, then this team would be better off. But
I just feel the cohesion in offensively, and I know what everybody's job is on Team Vince. Team Mac to me just kind of feels like all these guys are just kind of playing together, and like it just kind of feels more like pickup game. But like I could see like, all right, boom, Denham or
I
Derek
get it.
Queen running the offense, Edgecombe and Buzelis, Cowards ready from three, ready to shoot. Wells is ready from three, ready to shoot. Like I can see it. I'm locked in on Team Vince. I've convinced myself on Team Vince. So
I think the problem I have with Team Vince, though, is we're thinking of them using basically Queen as a hub on offense for this team. Are we sure that's actually going to happen?
it
My
could not.
concern is you have a bunch of guards that are just going to want to do isolation stuff and try to put together highlights,
It
and
very well
Queen's
could.
kind of in no man's land. And I'm just not sure if they're actually going to run a legitimate offense the way they should with Queen using off ball cutters, etc., or if it's just a bunch of guards that want to dance around the perimeter and Queen's kind of stuck doing nothing. That's
Yeah.
kind of my question here.
No, I get that. And that's how I
So,
lose. I think that's how I lose for sure. All right. My best line is plus 330. I'm with Team Vince.
okay. I'll go Team Mello and I'll throw in Team G League at 9-1.
The favorite and the biggest dog. Like it, Scott. All right. Let's see here before we get to the next game on the slate. Got to talk to you about Cauchy. Real money prediction market legal in all 50 states. NBA, WNBA, MLB, all of that available over there on Cauchy. Plus, you can do politics, entertainment, weather, trade it all over there on Cauchy. Again, all 50 states. New Cauchy customers get $20 when they use promo code SGPN. That is KALSHI. Promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rebit. the number one social sports book and casino out there, available in 35 plus states, including Texas and California. Texas and California. Remember that Texas and California are two of the states, so you'll be able to get action and rebet over there. Plus, get 100% purchase match up to $100 with promo code SGPN. That's rebet promo code SGPN. All right, Scott. Let's see here. What do we have next that we
I'll let
want
you
to?
pick. Do you want to do? We're going to skip the shooting stars thing from the target. Like, there's no point.
And
So,
it's like the first time in forever that they done it.
yeah, I just don't care. It's just a bunch of people shooting from spots. Like, I really don't care enough to bet on that. Do you
Dunk
want to do
contest.
3-point contest? Do you want to do dunk?
Dunk contest. It'll be
Okay.
quick. Because I mean, who's really interested? We've got
That's why I brought it up, because that used to be the main attraction, but now nobody wants to do it. So you have a bunch of rookies that are doing it, basically.
Jace Richardson, Orlando Magic, 2-1 is the favorite. Carter Bryant, San Antonio Spurs, plus 210. Jackson Hayes, plus 250. And Keyshawn Johnson, Miami Heat, plus 375.
Where do you want to start?
Well, I mean, Carter Bryant has Stephon Castle there. So, like, if you told me that Carter Bryant should, I mean, honestly, like, what are these guys doing all day other than dunking? And
I'm
I
going to be
think
fully honest. It's going to sound mean. I was not aware Keyshawn Johnson was in the NBA.
like, what else are you guys doing all day besides just dunking? Like, this should be the most entertaining dunk contest because, like, you didn't have anything else to do.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue that this is basically the same idea as a McClung situation. I know McClung was basically a professional dunker who was also in the NBA, but the argument is nobody knows who any of you are, so you might as well make a name for yourself.
I got a prop bet that I want to place.
Okay.
Under 1.5 total number of 50s in the contest.
Okay. I
Because
lose
I
track
feel
of how they do the voting every year. Is there a fan vote that like gets thrown in there?
no,
I always
no,
lose
it's
track
just
of this.
it's just the whoever they get to
Okay.
go out there, they'll probably have Shaq out there, they'll probably have like Dr. J or somebody out there,
Yeah.
like they just throw them out there. And so I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, well now you gotta. It's not only you're competing with each other, but you're also competing with what Matt McClung did the past 2 years in the dunk contest. And I feel like all these dunks that they're going to go and try out, they go out there and try out. The tougher ones, they're probably going to miss. The ones that are pretty solid and decent probably aren't going to be 50s. So, like, I could see maybe 150
Mhm.
the whole contest.
Well, you forgot to mention one key part to that bet as well, which is that everything's basically been done already.
Yeah.
How many original dunks do you see that doesn't involve some absurd prop? They'll bring out a drone, they'll bring out a car, they do some random stuff, but even some of that's been done already. You're just running out of options. So you might get one great dunk, as you said, but I don't mind that angle. What was the price on the under 1.5?
Plus 170.
That's a good price.
I mean, the only thing that I feel like would probably throw me off is if Jace Richardson just goes out there and like taps into something insane.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
It's still plus 170. I mean, you just need one judge to beat Dwayne Wade, and then you're fine. Just handing out nines to people. So that's
yeah,
all you need. You just need one judge to just be extra harsh.
yeah, like I mean, the only thing that I am really concerned about is the Jace Richardson hype. And oh, he's doing it. He probably brings out his
Yeah, that's
dad,
definitely happening.
and like he does some dunk over his dad, and it's like, oh, 50 because of like the moment of, but like, and these odds are so different everywhere as well. Make sure you shop your lines, because I'm seeing Jace Richardson is in one book at 5-1, and I just think that's insane. If anybody has the story to win, he has the story to win.
I do want to ask you, by the way, for Jace, which jersey do we think he pulls out for his
Oh, he's
dad?
definitely pulling out the Warriors jersey.
You don't think it's the Orlando one, just to not feel like a
No,
traitor?
no, it's the
I think it's the
Warriors
Warriors
jersey.
one too, but I'm just asking
Yeah, no,
because
no
it is a
doubt in my
reminder that
mind.
he actually did play for the Magic for a bit.
Yeah,
So you could do that, but I think it's the Golden State one.
yeah, no, that would be like Shaq's son doing the dunk contest and pulling out the Celtics jersey.
Well, the point is, Jace Richardson though does play for the Magic.
Yeah, no, no, and I mean I would get that, but like if Shaq's son played for the Celtics and did the dunk contest, you still don't wear a
Yeah,
Celtics Shaq jersey,
I think I
like,
get. I think I agree with you on that.
like what? No,
But it sounds
yeah,
like we
he's got to
agree though,
pull.
because if we were going through the actual, I like your prop though. If we were going through the contenders,
Yeah,
I'm not taking Jackson Hayes.
no, that
I
there's no
refuse.
shot. I don't believe that a Laker is gonna win. I'm
It's not
sorry.
even a Laker. I just refuse to take centers in this competition.
Yeah, that's who.
I can't think of a single center that's actually won since Dwight Howard. I don't know if a center has won. McGee made the final. He ended up losing. I can't think of a center that's actually won this
I feel
contest.
like it's somebody that I'm not thinking about, but I feel like let's go.
I know that McGee made a great run years ago, but then he ended up losing. But Blake Griffin was a power forward. That's not a center, but I guess that's technically a forward, but still. It's been a while. That's kind of the point I'm trying to make. Now, I like Jace Richardson on the premise that you mentioned before. Just good genes. Just runs in the family. He starts throwing down windmills, and maybe we'll go from there. But
Yep.
I think 5-1's a good price on him. I don't know anything about Keshad Johnson. I know Carter Bryant's got hops. I think I'd go chalky here, but Jace Richardson at 5-1 is just wrong. So I'll
Like
just take that.
he can go out there, he can do something really simple. He can bring his dad, and like that's going to be enough. Yes, the last big was Dwight Howard.
I know Toppin made a run, but he wasn't a center either. He was more of a power forward.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, all these other
So
rest of these
centers are
guys.
just a lost cause in this competition.
Yeah. Finding Jace Richardson at 5-1 is actually a steal, and I think this book is definitely behind the eight ball. I'm placing this now,
Is
but
it a green book or a blue book?
green book.
Okay.
Yeah. Horrible.
So 5-1's wrong.
Horribly placed. Horribly placed. That is wrong. So I'll take Jace Richardson. That's the only thing I can find action in. If anybody else wins, congrats.
I'm with you on your prop. Now give me Jace and give me the under 1.5 perfect dunks.
Yeah. That should
Cool.
really be something hard. Like they shouldn't just be throwing 50s out there, by the way. I don't think you should just throw 50s out there.
I still wish they added like a Royal Rumble switch at the end where somebody would just come out to like try to steal the trophy. Imagine McClung runs out there after like Jace wins.
Oh my god, it's Matt McClung.
Yeah, with like a Money in the Bank briefcase, and he just tries to steal the trophy. Like I don't care. That would be hype.
That'd be crazy. And then he just hits
I'm
some
in for
crazy
that.
dunk.
Yeah, I mean you'd lose immediately, but that's why they wouldn't do it. But I think it's fun.
All right. Let's see here. 3-point contest. Con Knipples at 3-1. I think that's insane, by the way. Uh Damian Lillard plus 475, Jamal Murray plus 550, Tyrese Maxey plus 650, Donovan Mitchell's plus 650, Devin Booker's plus 750, Norman Powell's 8-1, Bobby Portis is 11-1.
Bobby Portis being in this is also really funny, but
I,
we'll
I
see how
mean,
that
what's
goes.
funnier, Bobby Portis being in it or Dame being in it and not having a stat the entire season?
Um, well, when you say funny or less deserving, because Portis being in it is objectively funny. If you want to argue the less deserving part, there should be some rule that you have to actually play an NBA game to participate in the competition.
And I mean, NBA All-Star Weekend.
Yeah, it is Dame, and I understand he's won this before, so you want to bring him back, and it's nice to see him in general. But it is pretty insane that you're bringing him back as basically a legacy showcase
I
when he
think
hasn't played a single game.
I think we're getting past the point of like what NBA All-Star Weekend is. Like, yes, you have the All-Star game for the All-Stars, but you're using the weekend to highlight all the other players that are playing really well this year. The dunk contest is supposed to highlight the people that have been dunking and doing crazy dunks all year that we would like to see that in a 9-game format. The 3-point contest should have the people that are shooting the 3-point ball very good all year. That builds some type of storyline. Past 3-point winners, people that have the best shooting percentage this year, people that have the best shooting percentage over their career,
Well,
like
the past 3 point winners though is why
something.
that's why Dame's here though, because Dame's won 2 of the
And so
last
that's
3.
and so I get that. I get Dame, but if you're he hasn't played all year.
No,
So like that should automatically why I mean
if you're gonna add rules for game requirements, I know that this is an All-Star weekend, nobody really cares. But if you're gonna add game requirements for awards and All NBA
but you
teams and
want
stuff,
people to care. You
yeah,
this is more you're more validating to me that this whole weekend doesn't matter because you got a guy that's not even cleared to play in actual games in the 3-point contest.
yeah, I think that's the more unserious one. Portis being in this is just funny,
Think
but
about it. All the people, all the years that have been hurt around All Star Weekend and just gone ahead and taken themselves out of the All Star Weekend activities, and Dame has been literally hurt all year, and he's like, "Oh no, yeah, sign me up." Like,
yeah,
and I mean, I kind of respect it, but like, still, it's just like, bro, Max Christie's shooting like 40 something percent, and I get it, his name is Max Christie, but like, come on,
I would
I
call up
don't
Duncan
know,
Robinson, but
I don't
that's who I
know,
would call up.
I don't know. I just feel I don't know. The Dame thing was just like it
I'm
just seemed
happy to
like it
see
was
Dame
just you
out
said
there. Yeah,
Dame here go Dame
I'm happy
like
to see Dame out there, but I think it is pretty insane.
um. So of course Dame has done this before. He's won. Devin Booker has shot before.
He won in
J-
2018.
yes, Jamal Murray has shot before. Donovan Mitchell, I'm pretty sure has shot before.
Yeah, he didn't win, but he's shot before.
I don't think Tyrese Maxey has.
No,
And then I know Bobby Portis hasn't. I'm pretty sure Norman Powell hasn't, and Con was a rookie.
yeah,
So first of all, I'm going back to my first round unders.
okay.
I feel pretty solid in one fading Dame. Not gonna lie, especially because I think Dame's first round number is a pretty high number.
It's tied for the highest number at 24 and a half.
Yeah, like so. I'm still rocking with the first round unders. I'm gonna go ahead and say that they don't have the best first round, and then they heat up the second round. They heat up the second round and going forward. I don't think Concanable should be favored. I'll just go ahead and say that. You're a rookie for one. You haven't shot in a 3-point contest before for two. So now we just got it's got to be a perfect storm of you going out there and having, just a great shooting day. And I just don't believe it works for that for all people on the first time, especially in a Los Angeles All-Star game. So like probably a little bit amp, probably doesn't go the way he thinks. I wouldn't be surprised if Concanible's first round score is like a 18 or something like that.
But well, you forgot to mention one key part to the Knipple contest.
What?
They're in a road arena,
Oh, well, good point.
so just keep that in mind.
It's been pretty good at that.
I
I
have
would
a couple
like
of
to.
people on my short list, but I'm curious if we're going to overlap.
Devin Booker at 7-1, I think, is insane.
Yeah, that one we overlap on.
Former winner. I really want to do like some type of reverse cat, like when Cat was shooting in a 3-point contest and he was the worst odds and he ended up winning. But I can't get there with Bobby Portis. I'm sorry. Devin
There's one
Booker.
other guy that I thought about.
I don't think Donovan Mitchell is a 3-point contest shooter, honestly. So I'm kind of good on that. Jamal Murray. I mean, his birthday is coming up. Our birthday is coming up. I could kind of talk myself into Jamal Murray. I'm sorry. I think I'm just on Devin Booker, honestly. I mean, Tyrese Maxey would be very, very interesting, but I don't. The first contest thing really does kind of get me, and I don't really like that too much. But if it was somebody who was in their first contest that I would probably take Tyrese Maxey at that 7-1 range. But Devin Booker at plus 750, that's the play for me. I think that one, we know he can shoot this contest before. We know that he can be that good before. Quietly, the Suns actually having a pretty, really good year too. And I don't trust the rest of the field. And I feel like that I'm shooting against Dame for the most part. And we're just waiting to see, okay, is Dame gonna come out here and actually look like Dame in this contest? Or are we gonna, just get pump faked out, and he doesn't really shoot that good, and then it's anybody's game after that.
Yeah, so we agree on Booker. I think that price is too long. I did include Murray for
Okay.
mine. I think that, as Adam was mentioning in the comment section, it is his first All Star game, so I do think that he might have a little like extra pep to his step, just being an All Star finally. I
Hmm.
could see him having a solid performance. I think he's a solid 3-point shooter. I think that it's a pretty good contest for him in general. I think that we know when he gets hot, he can be a flamethrower. Same with a lot of
Yeah.
these guys, but look, I would consider Knipple if the price wasn't so short. I just think the price is way too short on him.
It's way too short for you. It has to all literally go perfect.
Pretty much. I think that Knipple will win one at some point in his career, but I'm not going to take the odds right now where they're located. I can't take Dame because of injury. I'm going to go with Murray as well. I think Murray is in a pretty good spot, even just motivation wise, to finally be named an All Star.
Hmm.
I can see him trying to leave with a trophy. I can see that happening. So I'll go for Murray at around 6 to
I'm gonna
1.
get something out of this weekend.
Yeah, I'll go for Murray at around 6 to 1, and I'll go for Booker at around 750. That's all I got.
All right. Let's see here. All Star MVP. These are definitely going to be different all around. We've got Wemby.
Well, before we do the
Oh yeah,
MVP, you want to do the read first? Or you want to do the
yeah.
game?
No. Let's go. Let's go into the read here. One, make sure I talk to everybody about Underdog. They got you covered for pretty much almost every sport, for being honest. Like you can even get down on NASCAR over there, Underdog. What? 5,000 times your entry. All you gotta do is pick higher or lower your favorite player's fantasy stats. And they got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5, get $75 in bonus funds when you use that sign up code SGPN. That is NBA SGPN. That is NBA SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. They've been on a heater for college and NBA basketball picks, using the power of data to be able to give you winning picks. All you got to do is run predictions off of their house models or make your own models. Play around with the sliders, see what you like, and build this super efficient model just for you. And you can go premium, use that promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app. Get 25% off your first month. That is download Rhythm, use promo code SGPN25. All right, NBA All Star game. MVP, Wemby, overarching favorite at plus 350. Jalen Brown's 9 to 1, Tyrese Maxey 10 to 1, Devin Booker 11 to 1, Kate Cunningham 11 to 1, Kevin Durant 12 to 1, Anthony Edwards 12 to 1.
Well, this is kind of why before we went into the MVP odds, I kind of wanted to just go through the MVP for the All Star game first, because there are three teams. So I feel
Three,
like
three
we
teams we
probably
know of now, and then
yeah.
the winner of the Rising Stars game again will move on to make the fourth team in our round robin.
My point was we know the MVP is going to be from the winning team, so I figured we could potentially start with the teams and then just pick who we think's going to win from the winning team. It's
Yeah.
probably the best way to do it, isn't it?
So basically, how they have it broken up is you have the old players, the new players, and the world players.
Yep.
Looking at, well, wait, hold on, because is this the old list? Yes, this is the old list because it has Norman Powell on Team USA, but that has changed.
Yeah, the stripes are the old players, the stars are the younger players, and the world, of course, are the international people.
USA stars: Scotty Barnes, Devin Booker, Kate Cunningham, Jalen Duren, Anthony Edwards, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Johnson, Tyrese Maxey. USA stripes: Jalen Brown, Jalen Brunson as the younger players of this group. Oh, Brandon Ingram, throw him in that group too. Steph isn't going to play. Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Donovan Mitchell. And then Norman Powell got moved over to the world team because SGA and Giannis are both not playing on that team. Denny Avdia will join him. Luka Doncic, uh, probably not playing as well. Jokic, Jamal Murray, Şengün, Pascal Siakam, Karl Anthony Towns, and Wemby. So De'Aaron Fox is replacing Giannis, which moves Norman Powell to Team World. Şengün replaced SGA, and then Brandon Ingram replaced Steph.
Yep.
And I feel like there's still one more missing. I feel like somebody's not accounted for, but the injuries just are very
I'm
annoying.
looking through. I think we got everybody. I mean, Kawhi got added late, but that was a commissioner move because they forced LeBron into the game, so they wanted to add Kawhi. But that wasn't really an injury. They just said we passed over Kawhi. We got to add him.
So
are we tossing out Team World because we know that Luka and Joker never care?
They're plus 165, believe it or not. Team Stripes, which is the old players. Yes, the old players plus 170, and then 2-1 for Team Stars. Yeah, they're top two, maybe even three guys if you include Şengün. Probably don't care. I don't. Why is Team World the favorite? Is it just because of
Because
the
they
name?
have talent. You have Joker, you have Luka, you have Wemby. I see Adam mentioning Wemby said he's going to try. I've seen a lot of people claim they're going to try, and then they get basically punked by the rest of the people saying, "Why are you trying so hard?" And then they just stop trying.
This is my thought. This is going to be, when dad has to prove for the last time that he knows before father time takes him out.
Yep.
That he can hang with the fellas. He can hang with the young bulls, and he can give his son, the buckets that he has to
He's going
give
to
him.
smack him in the driveway.
I think this is that time of, hey, we look around this locker room, KD, Bron, we're looking at Steph and he's injured, but he's still gonna be there. Kawhi. This is the last time we might this is the last time we finna be in this locker room together like this. We probably like going forward. It's not gonna be too many times we all finna be in this locker room like this. Jaylen Brown and Jalen Brunson, you can say that those two feel like vets too. Is kind of a passing of the guard to them as well. They want to put on I mean, yes, Team Stars sounds fun, and I think that there is a story behind Team Stars and Team Stripes going at each other, trying to see the passing of the torch. And hey, are we passing the torch yet? I don't know. I think the old players in a game that we all know nobody cares about, the old players are gonna be like, let's care a little bit more and get this dub. So I'm gonna go with Team Stripes.
Yeah, we agree. I had the same exact breakdown that you did. I think that this is just a spot where you try to guess which team cares more. I think if you want to argue that LeBron's going to retire, I don't. I think he's going to end up in Cleveland next year, but it's a whole separate story. The point is, he doesn't have many All-Star games left. And a reminder, LeBron's been injured for the last couple of All-Star games. Didn't he play for like a minute in one of them and he fouled immediately and then left? Didn't that happen once? So LeBron has not really been healthy lately for the All-Star game. He missed the last game. He's playing right now, so we'll see how that goes. But the point is, I do think the old heads are going to try to kind of show that they can still hang. I agree. I think that LeBron and KD will put on a show. They do have a nice balance of young talent too, or younger talent with regard to Jaylen Brown, who might be first team All NBA, Jalen Brunson, who's been great as well. It's not like they only have old players. And I actually think that Fox and Mitchell can really thrive in what should be a very open atmosphere because nobody's trying to play defense. I like their team. I think their team's pretty good. And if LeBron and KD are, I don't want to say stat pad competing with each other, but if they decide we're going to give these younger guys some buckets, they can win this. They can win this in a couple of ways. So I'm with you. I got the old heads. Give me Team Old Head at plus 160.
All right. Now MVP. Steph won it last year. Dame the year before that. How many does KD got? 2?
I actually didn't even know if KD had an MVP.
He's got 2. 2012, 2019. I think KD could interest me. I'm completely out on LeBron side of things. If he does, more power to you. KD could interest me at 12-1. I could find interest in.
Any thoughts on Kawhi at 18-1?
I thought about it, but
He just gave Houston 41.
I mean, maybe if he goes crazy like that, but like I don't know. I don't think of like All-Star game Kawhi, but yeah. And that's what I'm kind of thinking of is like, hey, let's just throw somebody out on their shield and give them one last. Like Steph won it last year. What is Steph like? And I get Steph is Steph, but like Steph won it last year, so it doesn't mean that these guys are completely out of it. It's not like a young man's award or anything.
No, that's kind of why I'm not dismissing LeBron.
Who are
I
the?
am wondering if they just say screw it, like we'll give it to him because he's about to retire. Is there a
Potentially.
chance he gets an undeserving MVP? You could argue LeBron shouldn't be in this competition in the first place.
Yeah.
You make an argument about that. So I didn't mind LeBron at plus 2,000. I think
Uh,
if you want to argue for narratives, they can throw him an MVP.
this is also really annoying because it's like you have starters,
Yeah.
but like they're not really starters anymore because you have these 3 teams. So like, I don't know. I feel like that would make it easier. Let me
For the
see. So
record, by the way,
technically, the starters are supposed to be was supposed to be Giannis, Jalen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Kate Cunningham, Tyrese Maxey, and Steph, Luca, SGA, Jokic, Wemby.
yeah, but it doesn't matter because half the starters are injured anyway.
Yeah.
For reference, LeBron does have 3 All-Star Game MVPs. He has not won an All-Star Game MVP, though, since 2018. Durant has not won an All-Star MVP since 2019, and Kawhi won the MVP in 2020. So they all have at least one, but LeBron's was about 8 years ago, give or take. I'm willing to go full petty old head. I don't mind Durant and LeBron and just call it a day.
Might as well throw Kawhi in there if we're gonna do that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right, we're going all old heads. It makes sense to me too. It really does. Just throw some old head out on their shield, especially if they get this win. If they get this win, they got to give it to the OGs.
That's
Like
kind
it's
of the
got if
thing
the
is,
OGs team win, they have to give it to OG.
if you want to argue about biased voting, let's say Jalen Brown or Jalen Brunson, they have solid games, like MVP caliber games. And one of those 3 guys that we talked about are right around the same production as Brunson or Jalen Brown. Do you really think the voters are giving it to Jalen Brown? Of course not.
Definitely not Jalen Brown, but I think Brunson
Brunson
could be
maybe,
interesting. Yeah,
but I don't think Jalen Brown's going to get it. So if we think that
but I
team's
would
going to
only be
win,
interested in Brunson if he was like a crazier heavy price. On the Green Book, Kawhi is 25-1 and Brunson's 15-1. I don't want any part of Brunson being 15-1 and Kawhi is 25-1. Like,
by the way,
yeah,
just to ask on that Green Book, what do they have LeBron and Durant at?
12 and yeah, both of them are at 12.
Okay, so I see LeBron at 20. I'll grab that.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Durant at 12, I don't know if I really like it that much at 12. I was kind of hoping to be a bit higher. But I'll stick with the old head angle. Give me the
Yeah.
3 guys that have been around for a long time. Give me Kawhi, give me KD, and give me LeBron.
Yep. All right, Scott, anything else for people before we get up out of here?
Not really. You have a best bet you want to mention? Under 1.5 perfect dunks?
Either that or the Jace Richardson at 5-1, because I just like there's no other angle of somebody winning that dunk contest other than the guy who's won it twice.
Yeah, I think we agree on that. So, yeah, I think we see eye to eye. We saw eye to eye basically on everything.
Yeah, very weird.
Except for the Rising Stars. We kind of differed on approach there. But either way, yeah, I think once again it should be an interesting weekend. Do I care that much about it? No. But if I have money on it, I'll care more.
Yep.
So there we go.
Check out the one-on-one 1v1 contest this entire weekend for the next 2 days over on Unrivaled. Very good hoops there. With that, like Mike, check around. There's a bunch of all-star stuff on like well, maybe it's like state dependent too.
I
Some
was
states
going
might
by
not run it.
offshore because it was the most
Yeah.
convenient. So
Offshore is
keep an eye out
good.
for
Greenbook's
yeah.
good. I
Well,
think the
Green
Blue
Book in
Book.
some states is good. I'm not sure if it's available in all
Oh
states.
yeah, it might be some states.
But
All right. He's at Reichel Radio. Matt really wrong underscore. Oh wait, what was your best bets?
my best bet was going to be the either Richardson dunk or the under 1.5 perfect.
Yeah. Dunk
Same
contest
thing as
feels
you.
the dunk contest feels like somewhere you could get some value. All right. He's at Retro Radio. I'm at really real underscore. Make sure you give us a follow at SGPN NBA, youtube.com/NBA Gambling Podcast, and give us a 5-star rating and review wherever you get your podcasts. And with that, that is it. Nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just going to end it like this. We are out of here.